Welcome to your February recap and review with Reese Waters, where I grade the last 30 some odd days we just had in hopes I can foster and promote gratitude when the times were good, but also give you a place to commiserate our collective garbage experience when times are like they usually are. Don't forget to like and share the video and give me your score in the comments below. And also, if you have any personal moments of triumph or misery, I'll take those under advisement as well. Let's get to February. And how can I talk about February without starting with the Super Bowl? The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 38-35 in Super Bowl 57. Let's see, LVII. Yes, that is, I believe that is 57. Winning their third Super Bowl in franchise history. Why do we still do the Roman letters? Patrick Mahomes was excellent, which is even more impressive when you realize his brother is Jackson Mahomes. Thankfully, the talentless Bama gene missed him and went to his younger brother instead. Jalen Hurts played well enough to make it a close game and to secure a massive bag from the Eagles to stay in Philly. Meanwhile, Philly's former quarterback Carson Wentz crashed and burned his way out of DC. Man, see, I said I wasn't going to talk about them. I said I wasn't going to talk about the Commanders last year because I'm going to get mad and then I'm going to get sad. You know what? Let's just move on to the next story. Although we did get Eric Bieniemy from the Chiefs, so there's hope for DC, you know, once Ron Rivera gets fired and they change that god-awful name. Scott Adams, the creator of the Dilbert comic strip, lost his distributor and book publisher after making racist remarks on social media. Well, if you looky here, if it isn't the consequences of your own actions. Adams posted a YouTube video calling Black Americans a hate group and suggesting that white people should, quote, get the hell away from them. He did this on YouTube, the place with the most ratchet comment section ever, but not y'all. Y'all are cool. Scott Adams thought he was slick. Now he drawing a work cartoon and he ain't got no job. You know what? Dilbert was dry anyway. Ain't nobody gonna miss it. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Dilbert. You'll never be Garfield. I would much rather read Andy Capp. I would rather read Prince Valiant. And I ain't read Prince Valiant since one of those sick days back in grade school when you literally would read anything under the sun. As a matter of fact, why don't we go ahead and bring back the Far Side? We are absolutely done with Gilbert calling black people a hate group. Who do we even have the power to oppress? We didn't even get a black Dilbert character until 2022. And he looked just like Kanye. In positive news, Keke Palmer gave birth to her first child in February. Congratulations to Keke. I hope you're enjoying the best parts of motherhood, that newborn smile and getting to know the life that you created and going to Vegas and dancing on Usher. Like the whole entire experience. Hopefully this saga ends better than it's going right now. Good luck to them because that baby's going to hear about all this on social media one day. I mean, all of our kids will. I know mine won't be proud. The U.S. Air Force shot down what was described as a surveillance balloon from China as it flew over waters off the coast of South Carolina. Come on, China. Spy balloons? That's what we're doing? What type of Inspector Gadget espionage was that? You got 6 billion people. Y'all couldn't spring for actual spies? Their foreign intelligence just read a copy of Jules Verne's Around the World in a Day and was like, that's it. I got it. Then we sent the Air Force after something they could have taken out with a well-thrown dart. And believe me, it probably cost a whole month of my tax dollars to do so. I think they did all this just to distract us from TikTok. Hey, we're not capable of stealing your data. All we got is these balloons. Now download this app. North Korea fired a ballistic missile towards the sea of its east coast after Pyongyang warned of strong response to the U.S.-South Korea military drills coming up, or in other words, Kim Jong Un continues to Kim Jong Un. Now, they are the only nuclear power in the world that feels the need to do things that shout, hey, look at me, I'm big, I'm strong. That whole regime should have gotten hugged more when they were kids. That is toxic behavior. Doesn't get any more toxic than that. We're talking nuclear fallout, so I mean that literally. This is just so much Little Kim energy, but I ain't gonna say too much about it because Little Kim likes to take out his enemies. I should probably just shut up and move on to the next story. Just know if anything happens to me, it was probably Kim. On the topic of petty, Representative Ilhan Omar was voted out of the Foreign Affairs Committee as members of the House of Representatives voted along party lines. Republicans going after a Muslim and a woman? No. Get out. Hey, they're gonna regret these revenge votes when the shoe is on the other foot. Ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun, but I guess you know that now after the whole Speaker of the House mess that went on later in the year, thanks to more petty spite voting by Republicans. But let me not get ahead of myself. In Chicago, Lori Lightfoot lost her bid for re-election, bringing an end to her time as mayor. That is a shame. No, not because she was a good mayor, because doesn't appear that she was. It's a shame because this woman was a meme factory. She looked like a character from a sitcom pretending to be an elected official. Her most memorable quote as mayor was telling people to stay inside during the pandemic, saying, quote, "Your jump shot is always going to be weak. Stay out of the parks." Now that is leadership. And in fact, Russell Westbrook could have used that kind of tough love last season. Your jumper is weak. Stay inside the three-point line. Lori Lightfoot, I'm going to miss you in your overgrown suits out here dressed like a 2003 NBA draft pick. Also in February, an ice storm caused widespread power outages and transportation disruptions in Texas and other parts of the southern United States. And a terrible train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio caused a fire and prompting evacuations. Plus, the Biden administration began accepting applications for student loan forgiveness under the limited waiver program. And I'm sure that's going to go smoothly because everybody wants more kids to have access to education, right? Right? But there were moments of hope. Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show impressed, well, everybody, which is nearly impossible. I mean, she had the highest approval rating maybe of the year, but you have to stay tuned. Shakira and PK's split up provided hope for the rest of us that one day we could have a very famous and well-documented romance that blows up spectacularly. And we also got a full-length film called Cocaine Bear. Sure, it cost us Succession, but, well, actually, that was a terrible trade, but it didn't cost us Succession this month, so we ain't got to worry about it. Put that thing on layaway. Finally, on a sad note, President Jimmy Carter entered hospice care. But the good news is he's still hanging on as of this video. He might outlive the people that are caring for him. All jokes about dark subject matter aside, Jimmy Carter was a great man, is a great man, and we should all give him his flowers while he's still here to appreciate it. Now, what did I give January? I gave January a C. That was kind of harsh. Okay, February certainly comes below that. All of this misery in only 28 days? I didn't even have time to